We are not working on the suspension this go around. Today's video, we are working on the hood. It's time to put some structure back into this thing. She does the old flippity floppity a whole lot more than I would like. And I got some ideas. We'll kind of see if we can make it all happen, but I need to turn the car around. I want to put the car back in forward here and work on the hood in this vicinity of the garage because, well, mainly because that's where the heater is and it's cold by the door and I don't like cold. So that's what we're gonna do now. Fingers crossed, we'll get this thing off the dollies here and she'll start back up and we'll get her outside and turn around. Good thing it's only freezing ass cold today. Oh no! I forgot. Ah, I'm an idiot. It was on a jack stand. People, it was definitely on a jack stand. It is no longer on the jack stand. Oops. Well, that explains why it seemed like it was so difficult to move. Dummy. No harm, no foul, right? Yep, we'll go with it. Well, in typical Simon fashion, when I push this thing off the jack stand, I got it stuck on the jack stand. She won't move. It's a special talent I have of effing things up. But we figure it out and we move on, like we're gonna have to do now. The biggest issue we're facing right now is my airbags are all aired out because I put the air compressor back in and the tank back in and the fuel cell tank in. I kinda screwed myself over here a little bit. So I went and fired up my compressors again. You know, build some air pressure, and we learned a very sad thing. Paying attention to what you're cutting. I cut the line. Awesome. I am happy. However, it was just that, and not like the power wire doesn't have any gouges in it anywhere, so that's a bonus. It is annoying though. Oh, we just grazed that one, so that one's okay. Idiot! Well, we got it aired up. That's the first step. I'm impressed that it all still works after being taken out for so long, but it worked. All this work to work on the hood. Going up, fingers crossed. Hell yeah! Now I can get my jack stand out from underneath. I want to blame it on the jack stand, but at the end of the day, I know it was my fault. Yep, that worked. That worked. Whoa. Don't you do it. I said stop. It didn't listen. Well, this is an unfortunate turn of events. The car kept moving. I wonder if it's not in park. Let's make sure it's in park. That would have helped. It was not in park. But the bigger issue is now. That's my jack plate. Now, give it back. All right. You stay there now. It's always something. Going down. Ow. Whoa. Hate this jack. One more. How hard can that be? No sweat. Well, I forgot to record the cold start. Either way, she's running. We'll let her warm up a little bit. I kind of zip tied what I could in there, just tidy, not tidy. Make sure nothing gets wrapped in my drive shaft turning this beast around, because that would suck. I'm really curious as to if I can get out of my driveway here. It's kind of steep and we're kind of low. No, I don't have a door. Here comes the scrape. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. She just shut off right now. I'm thinking we blew a fuse because we got nothing. Oh, wait. That ain't right. That ain't right at all. This is mighty unfortunate, because I don't know how I'm gonna get it back in the garage now. Yeah, awesome. Sure hope the wife ain't sleeping, because we might need some assistance here. All right, yep. Let me get this out of the way. Do you think it could just be simply this loose connection? Boy, I hope so. That'd be awesome. I mean, it sucks that I keep forgetting things like that, but it'd be awesome if it fixes it. Ooh, what size is that, you think? 10 millimeter? We'll bring a couple just in case. I don't really know what size it is. Sure glad it ain't 7 below today. This would be bad. All right, just so we're clear, this video is about me strengthening my hood up, you know, giving it some structure, making that all work. We're not off to a real good start, are we? I'm gonna say that's probably what it was, but it's a Sunday evening. I was gonna take her for a little drive. Now I'm scared. So we're gonna get her turned around and shoved back up in the driveway here, hopefully. At least if it dies in my driveway, I mean, I'm not even in my driveway. So if I can get it to at least in my driveway, I'll be content. But I really want to turn around, so we're gonna try for that at least. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I kept shutting it off, so I'm changing the battery and see. We had to spin the wheels to get in and out of the driveway here. As you can see, we're dragging coming in. Looks like we start dragging out here and drag all the way, but whatever. It's only the hitch, it's fine. But it's running good, it's not missing a beat now, so I think that problem we were having earlier is clearly a loose connection. I'm still gun shy about taking it down the road though. Because now I want to shut the garage door and she's a little smoky. And if I had the garage door open so long, it's not as warm in here as it was before. We'll get some air moving with the fan here. It's clearing out pretty quick. It's time we stop screwing around and finally get this hood sorted. I mean, look how flimsy this thing is. We gotta get it sorted. That's what we're doing now. Stop getting sidetracked, people. And by people, I mean me. That's probably fine. I think what I'm gonna do in the plan for this is I'm gonna get it reset where I had it tacked originally when I cut all the holes out of this. And basically get it tacked back in place. And then that'll help guide for some of this stuff for making it rigid. Rigidity is what it needs. It needs rigidity. And then we can go from there with how we address the rest of the issues we're dealing with. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I mean, it's all brought up level. I just took some filler rod and welded it up so I got the hood up to where I wanted to try and hopefully get all the radiuses I need. I got this laying down nice now. I beat on that corner, so that's laying down flat now. I even went and got my gaps pretty well even, I think. Well, you can't really see, there's a bunch of crap on this side, but I mean, the gaps weren't great to begin with. The hood's not from this car. The fenders are kind of mangled up. We're just gonna make it work. I think she'll be looking half shabby, which is good for me.
10 seconds later.
I have a confession to make. The whole point of this video is reinforcing the hood. I mean, I've now got an exhaust tip on there. I got cardboard out. I was trying to figure out how I was gonna fill these holes in. I was coming up with different plans for like covering this if I wanted to cover this, because I kind of want to cover this because I don't want water getting in there, at least not downpouring rains, because I had the issue with at the rat stock show on the way home after it had been rained on. Things got wet and caused issues, and I don't want that to happen again. So I kind of want to cover this. I also kind of don't want to cover this because I like the motor just kind of sticking up out there out of the hood, right in your face kind of deal. So we're gonna get back on track. We're gonna put the cardboard away. We're gonna put the exhaust tip down for now, and we're gonna get the video back on track here. It's only a slightly train wrecked. It's not a big deal. It's just a little bit. We'll get back on track. I'm gonna focus on what I want to do, and we're just gonna do and see what happens. That's all there is to it. I picked up some rebar. I think I'm just gonna rebar all the edges, kind of outline it in the rebar. That should really stiffen her up, I think. If not, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I think that'll give this a nice edge. It'll give it some strength. I think it's a win-win. And then we'll cross this debacle. Let go! Let's just cut some, lay it out, see how we do. Oh, a couple little tweaks in the old vise. And that's pretty good, I think. I think we're gonna be able to rock that perfectly. Well, why doesn't it line up now? What happened? What changed? It was just perfect. Oh, that's what changed. I was putting pressure on the hood. That's what changed. What's wet down in there? Why is everything wet? What's going on in there, huh? What are you doing? Why is there a wet spot in there? Probably leaking oil. We've been going pretty good here. It's you know, lots of cutting, fitting, bending, fitting, bending, weld her up, make her happen. I was trying to make this less square, but I couldn't get the tight bends in the rebar to work the way I wanted it to work. It looked worse than this did, so we went with it. This, I've been just kind of creating a new line here. You can kind of see we're just kind of gradually following the opening around all the way to the exhaust side of things. Like other spots, I'm going to come back and I'll trim all this back, so that won't be there. It'll be more open, I guess. It is definitely stiffening up though, more than it was. I won't know for sure how good it is until I cut all these things and like really let her loose. But I mean, you can see how floppy it is here versus over here. She's still kind of floppy over there too, because I haven't finished connecting everything. This is just laying here. All right, I'm gonna shut up and get back to work. Hell yeah! That was dumb. I didn't grind anything. I didn't make sure the angles were right with everything. I just went, welded it down. Don't even look at anything. Simon, you know better. I'm choking on my spit. Awesome. Kind of a teeny tiny bit short. It's definitely more rigid. Well, I don't know how I want to address these front pieces, like I've kind of said from the beginning, and to the point where I'm going to start fixing them. I still don't know. I don't know, people. So we're just going to start. It's just still too floppy here. That doesn't work. So I think we're just going to start laying some rebar over it and see what we think. That's all there is to it. Just start doing it. Well, I think we got this thing fitting pretty darn good here. And there's a lot of stuff going on with that one, but that's one piece. I could have done it in two pieces, but I really wanted it in one piece so I could have this nice curved radius here. I gotta cut the excess off, obviously. We'll clean it up and make it look nice-ish. This is a busy piece with a lot of bends, but we got it. I did it all by myself even. No special tools. I could have used heat to help weaken it and make it form easier, but I didn't want to burn myself going back and forth and heating and reheating and unheating, and you know, it worked. We got her done. It took a little longer than it probably needed to, but it's done. I did just realize that welding next to my aluminum intercooler and aluminum radiator is probably not a good option. I feel like I've had some splatter go through a radiator before and cause a leaking issue. We don't need those problems, so I'm probably going to shove something down in there to hopefully protect those. How about this old welding glove? Will that do the trick probably? I think so. I think that's going to do what we need to do. Hopefully. Now we're just going to zap this guy in here and see how we look. See what we think. Do we like it? Do we not like it? Do we do more? I don't know. Why are you asking me so many questions? I kind of like it. I want to make that side look like this side because, as you can see, they are completely different shapes. My fault. Yep, guilty as charged. So I'm going to see if I can't figure out that, and then we'll make that side match this side, or this side match that side, however it goes. I would have thought, being I had already done one side, the second side would go easier, and I'd be lying to you if I said that's the case, because it is absolutely not the case. I don't know what's the problem. I don't. Maybe it's because I'm so concerned about matching the other side that this side I'm stressing out a little bit more on, and I shouldn't really care that much, but I do. This piece has ended up short. The bends won't go in the right location. I can't get it to work. It's just not, I don't like it. I'll start over. We persevered, we conquered. This was still not an easy task for me for whatever reason. I just was so happy with how this one turned out. I was really trying to make this one the same, and I don't know if it's the same. It's hard. I really can't get far enough away from my car to tell. They look pretty symmetrical. I like symmetry. I blew through right there. It must have been a thin spot in the hood. Oopsie. So we'll get that squared away and everything welded up all the way around, and I think it's good. Probably should cut these guys out of here and confirm their structure back on the hood. But even with some play, I think it's going to be better than it was. I hope. Ow! 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 You know what? You know when you don't want to learn you have a hole in your glove? Is when you go grab something that's extremely hot because you just ripped it off with the zip wheel. I just branded myself. Look, that's awesome. Thank God it's nature's icebox out there right now, so I got some cooling material on it. Holy hell, that hurt. There's the culprit right there. Not protecting my finger very well, I see. I mean, clearly. We're gonna go around and now really just kind of get all the tats thrown in there. We'll probably make a couple different passes, maybe 3, I don't know, maybe 2, maybe 6, whatever it takes to get it all filled in. And we'll kind of keep that heat spread out as much as I possibly can so we don't have any warping issues. I mean, the hood's already got issues. I just don't want to make more issues. I mean, this works really well. Look at this snow. It's kind of like, it kind of like forms to your finger. That works slicker than dog shit. Well, if this isn't some typical Simon Says Garage, boom! My finger started hurting again, so I got a little ice left. It's no super big deal. But I got myself all geared up and we were going to town, got the tunes cranked up, a little DMX in the background. You can't hear it, but I can hear it. We ran out of welding wire. Dumbass. So we might just be on the old put on hold for the time being because I really can't do a whole lot anything. I got one cutoff wheel left, no welding wire, a burnt finger. Maybe it's just the universe's way of saying, Simon, take a break.
The next day.
I've got my wire refilled on the welder. I even went and picked up, after Christmas gift to myself, a cheap pair of welding gloves because something's better than nothing. I got my bandages still on here. That burn hurt yesterday, so we're gonna avoid that at all costs again. So we got new gloves, new wire. We're ready to rock and roll. My gloves that I scorched my finger in terribly, they actually have quite a few holes in them. They lasted quite a while for Harbor Freight gloves. We're gonna just toss them in the can because we don't need to be collecting that stuff anymore. I'm turning over a new leaf for the new year. So those are gonna go in the garbage. You witnessed it. It's in the garbage. Let's get back to welding. Well, while I was welding, I was thinking about other things, which is typically what I do because I should be focused on this, but I'm thinking about that. Is that ADHD? Probably. I just can't decide if I'm happy with this being open or not. I think it looks good being open. It just kind of looks unfinished, maybe. Maybe it's fine, I don't know. I feel like if I get too much going on here, it's gonna look too busy and look dumb. It's a struggle in my brain some days. I took a piece of welding filler rod and I kind of bent it up to shape to kind of get an idea of what I could do here. I had one that was kind of going this way somehow. I don't know, I kind of feel like it looks better going this way. So the next step is to make this out of rebar and see if I still like it, because rebar is a lot thicker than this. So maybe it'll be different. I don't know, so we're gonna try it. As soon as I had it tacked, I knew instantly I liked it and we were gonna move forward with it. Let's get the next one bent up. I'm only gonna put 2 in here. I think that's plenty. Otherwise it gets too busy in my head, I think. So we're gonna put 1 here and see how we like it. I think it looks rad. Well, this is awkward. We're sitting here bending another one of these rebars up, and I learned I'm bending it to the wrong shape. I'm bending it to the first one again, not the second one that I needed to bend it to. Back to the drawing board. I just threw it over the edge. That is the one I needed. I thought that was the first one again. Oh my God. It's way at the bottom. You just ever have one of those years? This is actually the one I need. Snap out of it, Simon. Get it together. right, what do we think? Is it going to be A, too heavy, B, too flimsy, C, completely fall apart, D, not be able to come off? There's all kinds of things that could happen. Let's just find out what will happen. Well, it's definitely not too heavy. I got to trim a little on the underside here because of where we cut out for the holes. But I mean, it's got some weight to it, but it's not terrible. And it definitely holds its shape. How about that? Huh? How about that? Hell yeah! We did a lot in this video. This video is probably gonna be way longer than I was expecting it to be, but that happens sometimes. Yeah, so I don't know where we're going from here, but this is done. We'll figure out whether we're gonna cage the rest of it, whether we're gonna hinge it or pin it, or how we want the hood to come on and off. That's an important decision I'm gonna have to make probably. Unless you wanna make it for me, that would make it easier. Then I just gotta figure out how to do it. Either way, we'll figure all that out at another time. Again, thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. We'll see you next time. Oh, there's my glasses. Better not lose those.